Hey you guys, my name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Welcome to the channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Even though a lot of us are long-term investors or buy and hold investors, I think there's something we can all learn from people who have been traders, who have been looking at the stock market from a shorter term perspective and trying to make profits and control losses in a shorter time frame. I think we can all learn from each other. So in this book, High Probability Trading by Marcel Link, he has this section, and under handing out 20s, little section right here, he writes, "When I started on the floor, an experienced trader told me to try to imagine that I was standing in the middle of a pit with a stack of $20 bills that I would have to hand out as I lost them. Instead of losses just being on paper, if I actually had to shell out cash with every tick a position went against me, I'd get out quicker." People don't think of losses as intensively as they do when spending real cash. It would be easier to put a stop to a bad trade if you had to hand out $500 in cash in an hour. When it comes out of your account, you don't feel it as painfully. So that is the lesson, and I just love that he broke it down from something like large and theoretical, like losing money trading. Like everybody talks about, like, cut your losses or be careful in preserving your account value. But breaking it down into 20s, you think a lot more about the trading that you're doing if you can see that you're in a losing stock trade. And I think anybody, you probably, if you've been investing in stocks for any period of time, you've probably bought a stock at some time where the stock price went down. And at some point, all of us have to make this decision. Do I get out now? Do I sell? Or should I wait? And maybe this will rebound. And so I've been reading a lot. I have some really cool books that I've been reading. I'll just show you some of them right here. And each investor, each trader has their own approach to investing and to dealing with these. The one that's really stuck in my mind the most lately is that very smart traders have a plan going into any trade. And as soon as they see that trade working against them, meaning if they were buying and their plan was to see this stock go up $7 and then they had a plan to sell, when that stock starts going down, they're very quick to get out of that position because the stock moved against them. It went in the opposite way of where they had planned. And they are really rigid in what they do because they have this plan. And so they're not hoping for the stock to rebound. They're not hoping that one time it will, eventually recover. These are kinds of some of the emotions that people who are less experienced tend to feel, and they'll see the stock go down a lot. Sometimes people will buy stock and it will go down a lot and they just feel like, well, now I need to buy more. I need to average down. But I think the trading mentality that I've learned from a lot of these people who are more short-term traders is it's foolish to kind of double down on your bad trades. So obviously this is different from value investors or buy and hold investors who look at declines in price as an opportunity to buy more. And I'm not saying that's not valid because that's kind of the way I have invested for many, many years. But when I look back at my worst trades, they were often situations where the price went down a lot and I thought, oh, this is a bargain. This is a buying opportunity. And I went in and I spent even more money and the stock kept going down and then I'd buy more. And looking back and being really honest with myself, none of those situations worked out really well. I would have been much better off when I saw that the trade was working against me in just getting out. Or at least not adding more money, not throwing more dollars into that fire. So that is what this handing out 20s is all about in this chapter of the book. And I think, there are a lot of really cool nuggets of wisdom in this book and in the others that I'm reading. And I'll just briefly share the titles of the books in case you want to do a little reading on your own this summer. High Probability Trading, that's what I just read to you from. Another that I really loved is Market Wizards. This is by Jack Schwager, and this was written a long time ago relative to this other book that he wrote called Unknown Market Wizards. I love this book. I'm still reading it and have gotten a lot of useful information from it. And finally, another book. This was the first of the trading books, Trading in the Zone. You can see I've marked a lot of these here, a lot of these pages. This is a whole different kind of book about trading. It's more of a psychological approach to getting your mind right before you trade. He doesn't go into the specifics of trading like Marcel Link does in this book. This is more direct information that maybe a technical trader would use. This is more mindset, and I found this to be a really useful book. I've finished it, and I'm going back over it this summer. And then one of the classics, this is not about trading so much, but I would say this is more of an investor's book. This is One Up on Wall Street by Peter Lynch, a fantastic book. And I found that one of the traders that I read about in this book right here actually mentions this book by Peter Lynch as being really instrumental in helping him to become a better trader. It was one of the first books he read. So even if you're a trader, this is highly useful information, I think. If I had to choose only one of these 5 books to read, it would be this one. I just found this to be phenomenally useful. And then the next one is this one. And then I really like Trading in the Zone. This book is really about psychology. It applies to so many things beyond just trading stocks. And I think, I just think it's a really useful book. It's the kind of thing that I feel is well worth it, and I will go back to, not just to get your mind around things like how to trade stocks, but it has a really just a good approach to living a good life and approaching things with a clear mindset. So this is a fantastic book. So anyways, that's just what I wanted to share with you guys today. If you want more detail about any of these books, I'm thinking of actually doing some videos where I just talk about some of the most important sections of these books and how I feel like they might be useful to you as an investor or a trader. So if you wanted me to do a little deep dive into what I've gleaned from these books, I'm happy to do that. Drop a comment, let me know what you think. If you haven't yet clicked the like button, please do that. It really helps get those videos out there. And if you're not yet subscribed to this channel, I make videos about investing in stocks. As you can see, I'm starting to do more videos about trading, especially the mindset of successful traders, what they do, what their techniques are, their strategies, their daily habits to become better at what they do. So if you want to learn more about stock traders from these books that I've been showing you, then subscribe to the channel, because that's what I'm going to be doing this summer. And also, I have this Ando portfolio, Animal Donut, Ando, and right now it's 5 stocks I invested in. Some of them are energy stocks, one of them is a drug stock, and the other is a battery energy storage company stock. And and one of them is Transmedics, which is a healthcare or medical device stock. In any case, I'm going to be talking about those. And so if you're interested in small cap, like growth stock investing, I think you're going to find some really cool stuff on this channel. And then at the start of this year, on the first trading day, January 2nd, 2024, I invested in a portfolio of 10 semiconductor stocks. And that portfolio, I've continued to add to it every month, and it's doing really well. So if you're interested in seeing which 10 semi stocks I've invested in, I will be making updates to that portfolio throughout the rest of, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So if you're interested in following the progress of this semiconductor stock portfolio during the rest of the year and onward into the future, then make sure you're subscribed. That way you'll get an alert whenever I make a new video. So thanks so much for watching this one, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.